Right. Look.
Many other Jedi.
Are we doing this? No,
I'm sorry. This is my fault. This is my fault. That's totally my fault. That's totally my fault.
Next topic, please.
Nintendo and the big deal about how it's being shaken up by, well, not shaken up. It's almost like a question about whether or not it's even threatened by it. But the PalWorld developer PocketPair, right, and what they're going behind actually having try to basically made God bleed, right? Like, Pokemon couldn't be tackled until PalWorld showed up and actually showed they could make something similar, and not including like the PC mods. Where I think a friend of mine said there's a mod where you could play as a gym leader, like a actual like mod of a Pokemon where you could play as a gym leader and own your own gym and all that stuff. So
then Ninjas came out.
I have so many thoughts about this.
One, God hasn't bled. My God don't bleed. Pokemon's still here. PalWorld, I don't know how
it's still here, but it's still
my
here.
God doesn't bleed.
It's still here, but you got options now. We got options,
Does he bleed red, white, and blue, Drew?
America.
Anyway,
I mean, like you got Pokemon with guns or Digimon with guns. That's all it really is. Like
that was not Digimon.
So here's the thing: Pokemon is very much well aware of clones and copies.
Sure.
Just like a whole bunch of indie games, flash in the pans. They make a whole bunch of money, and then look at what happened with Temtem, right?
Temtem, cassette beats.
Now
a lot of them.
it just kind of it just rides the wave, right? Pokemon's not ready. Pokemon is not sweating about them.
Nope.
Now here's the thing. And I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on right now.
What does that mean?
PalWorld,
like aliens,
got a little too big. PalWorld got
conspiracy.
A little too big for its riches. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh wait. How's
here when they step the line?
How is this a conspiracy? Oh, wait, go ahead.
He's explaining it. Shut up.
We're getting there. Let me set up. I gotta set up the story. Anakin has to fall before he comes to Darth Vader. All right. So anyway, PalWorld, PocketPair makes PalWorld, right?
PocketPair.
PocketPair gets a little too big for his britches because it starts talking to another big company named Sony, and then they want to make a whole PalWorld company. They want to make a company that's like collaborating with Sony. That
like Game Freak
is when Nintendo takes notice. Mm-hmm. That's when they take notice.
And that's when the ninjas come out like, hey, it's our territory.
Also, you gotta know that Nintendo, and look this up because I did, and I was like, wow, that's actually interesting. Whenever Nintendo goes into a lawsuit, they never lose. Whenever they initiate the lawsuit,
they're part of the big three. Yeah, they're part of the big three, so they don't lose.
Well, no, they just make sure that if you come for their IP, they're gonna win it. So I think they were looking the entire time when their fanboys were saying, why aren't you suing PalWorld? Because look at all those designs that are so similar to Pokemon. I think they were in the back saying, all right, if PalWorld gets big enough, we're going to find ways to go at them to get some of that money so that we let them know, we send them a message. So
they went on
some villains. We didn't send them a message.
Yo,
on some Dark Knight stuff
to eat.
They're not
big enough to eat yet.
They don't go after the copyright, so they don't go after the designs.
They
go after the mechanics. They go after the mechanics.
And you think I'm just small fries? No.
And this shows just how Nintendo is setting up to be able to choke out any indies that step on their foot. Pokemon is by far their most ubiquitous franchise.
Big word.
Yes, all encompassing. And so, yes.
Malik, why you put yourself out there like that?
It's still a big word.
It's a big word.
And that is why they're suing them. That's my tinfoil hat theory. Why they didn't go after them earlier. That's why they're doing it off of the mechanics, such as throwing a ball to capture a creature, and or gliding, and or other video game mechanics that they have patented behind the scenes, so that they can get some of PalWorld's money, so that they can send them a message. They're not trying to back from them. They're just saying, don't get too big for your britches.
That's a sound theory. I don't see it's a conspiracy though. Like,
So you're saying
that's
Nintendo-
very
I'll
sound.
take off my hat then.
Yeah, that's a very sound theory. Like that's
Yes,
based
I
in
valid,
this
I'm
makes
with
sense.
Corner, and I
Okay.
valid that. Yeah,
right. That makes sense.
that makes
Did,
sense.
did you think I was like, and that's why they killed the queen? Is that what you thought I was like?
Yeah, that's why I was like, "Where's the conspiracy?" And he's gonna get to it. I'm like, "Well, wait," because there's sound reasons. No, there's sound reasons why.
And then PalWorld
There's
was the
sound
world.
reasons why Nintendo has sued over IP things in the past. They've been done it for very sound reasons. There's been a method to their madness. So I was like, okay, is the conspiracy like are they funding the election or something? Like what's that? I don't know what's going on. Like
the lead of the legal team's like, somebody's like, yo, do it something. It's like, let them cook. More seasoning first. Before
right, I need them to get
Mhm.
I need them to get fatter.
And that's just my opinion as to why they're suing now. I honestly think it's to send a message, and it's to basically say, don't get too big for your britches.
So is
I'm with
Nintendo
that.
the feds?
Bro, honestly, no matter how good
Is Nintendo the fans?
no matter how good PalWorld ever got, it wouldn't do shit to Pokemon.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
just
true.
my
It's
opinion.
never-
That's my opinion. Like my opinion is that no matter how big PalWorld ever got, Pokemon is beyond a global phenomenon. That's an understatement. Like that's an understatement to say Pokemon is a global.
They put out an app where you could walk around and catch Pokemon, and
They put it
people
out
went
like
outside.
Bro, you have
Yeah.
you got kids who can barely read, write, spell, but no Pikachu, and I'm talking about kids now, not when we was kids and grew up with these Pokemon. Now who don't know shit about Pokemon.
Shoot, there's adults who can't read who could tell you all 151 Pokemon in the first gen.
Exactly, like we're talking beyond a global phenomenon, like beyond.
I will say, it's really funny when a child comes up to me and he's like, you know who Charizard is? I'm like,
Don't cite the magic
cite
to
the deep
you write the
magic
deep
to
magic to
me.
me,
I was
witch.
there.
Do I know who
when it
Charizard
was
is?
written? Like, what are you talking about?
Do you know what Charizard is?
Right? Do I know who Charizard is? Like, what the fuck?
Whose kid is this? Come
Right.
get him.
Where's your mother? Where's your mother?
I'll tell you guys something. My friend and his wife, that had their baby. The young man is over 1 year old now. They did the Pokemon.
Young man, that's a baby. You're like,
But you know that, but basically, you know, baby, right?
Old man is 1 year old.
You know, little man.
So
you know,
Right,
Got
little
baby
man, you can say that. He's a young man. Like, oh, what a good young man. Like, Brett can't walk. Like, what
They
do you
had, and shout out to you guys if you listen to the podcast. They had little man. They had the plushies of the 3 beginning starter Pokemon for us. So Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. And they laid them out.
Don't hesitate.
They laid them out, and little man chose Charmander.
Good. Good kid.
Yeah, fire,
Good kid.
burn them all.
Good kid. Good kid. I feel like that wasn't who Malik chose or who you chose, Eric.
No,
I definitely
That's
chose
not who I
Charmander
chose.
every time. What are you
Oh,
talking
okay, good. I knew.
No, I
that's why I
didn't.
fuck with you. Of course you
I did not.
So you were in a green shirt. You
I
chose
myself-
Bulbasaur, didn't you?
I sure the hell did, and I still would every time.
Trash.
I'll out myself. I didn't have that choice. I chose Totodile. I didn't.
Oh.
You never played Red and Blue?
I did. I didn't.
But he started with the later ones. Totodile's fire too. So shit.
Yeah,
No. But that's only choices you can make in Red and Blue. So I'm confused by this.
No.
Oh yeah,
I
he
had that game.
started with the second generation,
about? The gold and silver.
gold and silver.
That's the game.
Yeah,
I
but
had.
So you've never had
Back to
Red and
Frost's
Blue?
question
No,
is,
he
yeah.
said that he played red and blue. He just started
Later, I
with
started
gold and silver.
Yeah.
But if you played Red and Blue, then you picked one of the starting 3 then.
Oh well, yeah. Charmander at that point.
There you
He
go.
already
Okay, now-
he already
Yeah. I was confused. I was just like, wait, so where are we going
I'm
with
glad
that?
you got it. I'm glad you got it cornered. I'm glad. You
well, yeah, because I was listening. I'm like, these two. I was like, jeez. They was too busy focused.
And right,
He
and-
played red and blue. He started with red and blue. He's like, what? I'm trying to get on Eric for not picking Charmander like a sane person and instead picking Bulbasaur weak ass instead.
Some people's parents didn't buy them the original Game Boy. I had to wait.
Some people parents ain't raising right, and that's why they pick Bulbasaur.
It was just because I'm with Frosty because he's like, oh, I played Red and Blue, but my first one was this. I'm like, if you played Red and Blue, then you had
The
to.
context, their context was just off. Thank you. Dennis.
He
But-
already said he was Team Charmander, so
And
we
then,
know he
and
played.
I'm
it.
gonna say it out loud too. That generation, I picked Chikorita.
Chikorita was fire though. I thought gold and silver. I thought they were all across the board fire.
Defense over offense. Okay.
I thought
Meganium.
Bayleaf, come on now. Don't
let's
talk
go.
about Bayleaf now.
I think
I jumped to the third form.
I know you
I
don't.
chose water on the second.
Yeah, so
Totodile was fire.
Totodile was fire.
Look, gold and silver did a great job. Like that shit was
Tell me
awesome.
between picking a leaf and an echidna, you're not gonna pick the croc.
But the only reason why I thought that Chikorita was a good pick was because I thought Bayleaf's design was fire and Meganium was also fire. Like I thought those were fire. Like I don't know, I thought those were fire designs.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did Chikorita also because obviously.
Yeah.
But I do think the other designs were better. Like I think like for Alligator and Meganium were better designs than Typhlosion.
It was the only Pokemon I took to level 100. Croc. I nicknamed him Croc.
You have a special bond with your first Pokemon you took to 100. It's a special bond, okay? My Dragonite, look, man. I was like Lance out there, man.
Thanks.
I don't know if any of y'all ever done a Nuzlocke too.
No, you go ahead. So
we can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do it.
All right.
I ain't doing it. Yep. Let me see. So one other thing we'll touch on is Leek, do you want to touch on the
Marvel Rivals?
No.
Don't nobody want to talk about Marvel Rivals, guys. All right? Don't nobody want to talk about that Overwatch.
I mean, there's nothing.